Hi, I'm John Xepoleas. I'm the owner or former owner of Xepco Properties. We were a property management and maintenance company here in the desert in California, Palm Springs area. And I sold my business to Chaz and his group back in 2024. At the time, we had 750 doors. We also did maintenance and repairs. I'm a licensed general contractor. So technically, there was two different businesses that they bought. I was actually in escrow two times before with two different companies, larger companies. Both times in escrow, the buyers were kind of unreasonable in some of their terms. They're bigger companies, and so they were paid pretty much their way or the highway. And I found with Chaz and his group, they were very flexible, very accommodating, and the deal went really smooth. I was really happy on how the deal went and the terms and just overall. Deal structure and their attitude was great. They kept all my staff. Everybody's happy. It was just a great deal for everybody. So if you're thinking about selling, they're definitely a good company to go with because the acquisition was very easy to do, and I think if you're ready to sell, they're probably a good choice. Well, I was ready to sell the business couple years prior. Actually, I was actually in escrow twice, as I mentioned before, and both times the companies that I was dealing with were larger and had pretty rigid deal structures, which kind of turned me off in the end. We never got through the escrow process. I chose to sell to Chaz and Grove because his group was way more accommodating. Chaz is, a really good guy to deal with. He was a lot easier than the larger corporations, and it actually worked out really well. We closed, it was probably about 4 months from letter of intent to the deal closing. So that's pretty quick in this type of industry. So they did a really good job, and I was really happy with how the whole thing ended up. Yeah, so Grove, Chaz and his team, I pretty much cared about the deal structure. So what I mean by that is upfront money and the kind of carry back that they were going to do, and what they were going to do kind of with my staff and my whole structure. I put together this really nice structure of, we did maintenance and we did seasonal rentals and some of these other things that some of the bigger corporations didn't really want to do. So it was going to be a little bit of a detriment selling to a company that kind of wanted to take parts of my business. So that was kind of something that was also difficult to deal with the other two companies. They didn't want everything. Some of them weren't going to do maintenance, and some didn't want to do the seasonal rentals, which kind of is the whole structure. So I ended up selling to Chaz. They took it all, and they did a really good job, kept all the customers, and it just worked out well. I took a large portion up front, but I did carry back some money, and it's been a year and a half, and they've never missed a payment. Business is still booming, and everything's going great. So I'm definitely glad I made the decision to go with them for sure. Well, things since closing have been going great. I was going to start another business, and after second thought, I decided to retire. So now I'm playing golf, pickleball, hanging out with my wife, and seeing my kids. So on my side, everything's great. I'm happy with the results. They're still making their payments on time. All my staff, to be honest, it's been a year and a half, and my whole staff is still there. Everybody's happy. I'm still in contact with them, and I just think they're doing a great job. If you're really worried about legacy, they definitely want to keep things the same, keep the staff, and keep everything rolling the right way. They'll make some little tweaks, but not much. They've done a great job. I really appreciate kind of how they kept the legacy of my business going, and my staff and everybody still seems to be happy there. So yeah, I'm happy with the results for sure.